Hello and welcome to Off by Heart Designs knitting channel. Today I'm going to show you how to knit this adorable chunky marshmallow toque. I made these pom-poms last night. That will be in another tutorial, but I will show you how to knit this. They are super cute, great accessory for the winter. They are machine washable. They're really warm and really cozy. And we've done a few different colors. And if you want to purchase, they are available on my website. So the links will be down below and you could purchase there, or you can try these on your own. Also tag me or duet me when you do make them, because I'd love to see how they turn out. So let's get started. So we'll be making a white hat today. You're gonna start your chain like you always do. So put the short end over your hand. You don't need a super long tail, maybe a few inches just to tie off. You're going to grab the yarn, cross it over. The long piece is gonna come underneath and you're gonna just tighten that up. So for the hat, we don't want the stitch to be too big. I do about 3 fingers, maybe actually 2 fingers, so I tighten it. Well, no, I do 3 fingers. I have big hands though, so it depends what size your fingers are. So then what I do is making sure they're uniform. The long end goes through, and then you just pull it and twist it so you have 2 of the same size stitches. And again, hold down the other stitch. The long end comes through. Okay, and I do this for 16 stitches. So what you can do when you're doing it for yourself is, once you've made the stitches, just measure it around your head, and then that will tell you if it's the right size or not. Consistency in the sizing is key. But again, if you're making it a little bit tighter than me or a little bit looser, you may need more or less stitches. So the best thing to do actually is get a measuring tape. Measure the diameter of your head, like how a hat would normally fit, or if you have another hat at home, you can measure the size of that hat and then just match your stitches to that. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the last one you want to make like a little bit smaller than the rest of them. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make your chain meet. Okay, so you have the yarn towards you, and what you're going to do is bring this yarn up and over. I think that's probably a better way. So you just want to make a circle now with the yarn, the chain that you've created. And what you're going to do now is you're working in the top part of your chain. Okay, so for the blanket, we usually go in the middle. For the hat, we're going to go on the top chain here. So your first stitch, you're going to thread through the top. Okay, and you're just going to continue that. So the long chain comes through. I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing, right? So through the top of each stitch. Sorry, just take out a little bit. And you're just going to go around the full circle, and you're just going to pull through on the top of each stitch. Okay. So once you get to where you made your chain meet, you're just going to make your last stitch in that chain, this stitch here. Okay, so that'll keep it a nice tight fit. And then you're gonna join again the next, so I don't know. You're gonna join again this next stitch here. So we've done 1 row, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do 8 rows in total. So I'm just gonna come through each stitch that you had made previously. Here, let's see. Okay, so I like to work with it in hand, and I'm just going around in a circle, keeping the size consistent. And then I will show you how to close off the top and the bottom. So this little short tail, every time you get to the stitch that's next to it, that's going to count as your row, okay? So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. We're on our 5th row. Okay, so we're on our last row. We did 7, and this is our 8th. Okay, so again, we are now at our tail, and this is our 8th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what you need to do now is find your scissors. Oh. So you want to find your scissors. Hopefully you're not sitting on them. And you want to cut, I would say like half the length. Okay? So now what you're going to do to close it, make sure you don't lose this stitch also, but you're going to come from the inside and you're just going to bring the yarn through. Okay? And you're going to come through the inside and bring the yarn through. So you're going to do that with every stitch, and you can have like a little small tug to close them in. Okay, you're going to come in through each stitch all the way around. Light tug as you go through. So again, from the inside, you're coming through, you're just threading the yarn through each stitch to close it off. And again, make sure you get every stitch and you don't lose it. So now we can tighten. So you're just going to lightly pull and tighten each stitch, shift them around so it creates a nice tight closing. And then what you're going to do here is on the other side of the hat, you're just going to come through. Okay, so now we're closed off. And this, you'll see, this is similar to what it's like to make a pillow. And then on the inside, you're just going to find a spot to secure this. So really anywhere that you can just tuck it in and tie it down. I like to double knot. Makes me feel a bit more secure. These aren't going to come undone. And then just cut that off. And then to finish off the front part, you're going to just come through the stitch to the next, beside it. And again, same thing. You're just going to thread it through. Okay, and that will close off that side of the hat. And again, just somewhere on the inside, choose a spot that you can tie out. And again, I like to double knot. And then cut off the end. So we did these pom-poms last night, and what I'm gonna do is, so I like to just play with it a little bit, make sure that it's kind of spread out, like it's a little bit gathered. Anyway, then your pom-pom, so you're gonna find, this is where you closed off your hat, this middle piece here. So you're gonna find the stitch that's beside it, okay, on either side, and that's where you're gonna thread your pom-pom. So you're just gonna bring the pom-pom in on one side, okay, and then again on the other side. So cute. And you're just gonna secure it with 2 tight knots. And cut off your end. And here you have Oh, the sun's in my face. Here you have your super cute winter hat with your black pom-pom. So there you have it. And they are machine washable. They're super warm and cozy. They don't shed. The pom-pom will shed a little bit, but once it's done its shedding, it won't continue to do that. So you may have a little bit of shedding in the beginning, but you'll be good to go. And I hope that you liked it. Again, like, share, subscribe, and follow me on my other links below. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helped, and I hope that you stay cozy and warm.